Hey y'all, welcome to Soul Food Sundays. I am in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. A place that before last night I had never ever heard of. I literally was like, Bay who? But I went to a metaphysical store, had a great time at the Path of Awakening. Shout out to my people over at Path of Awakenings in New Orleans. And talking to one of the gentlemen that works there. Hey, Sonny. And long story short, he introduced me to someone who came in and was talking about going to the beach. And so she and I talked. And she was telling me, because I was thinking about going to Biloxi. I just felt like I needed to get to the beach, like so bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've told y'all before my affinity for the beach before I even knew its spiritual significance. Whenever I've just been going through something emotionally or just exhausted and drained and need to like refill my cup, like the Queen of Cups, I need to get to the water. And specifically, the beach. So, I was telling her that I wanted to go to the beach, but I was going to go to Biloxi, and then she suggested Bay St. Louis, which she's from New Orleans, so she knows the area. So I'm like, okay, cool. It was closer to where I'm staying, like a 50-minute drive. So here I am. I think I'm going to do a Turquoise Majesty Travels kind of vlog for this trip. I've really been in such a mode of just me, rest, paying attention to my body, paying attention to my energy, going with the flow, that I haven't recorded much, but by the time I leave, I should have enough to be able to share visually some of the experience with you all. So I've been getting some downloads, and it's in alignment with this season because if I'm not mistaken, June is Pride Month. So shout out to all my LGBTQ plus community family. Just want to send you all love and light, and wish you a happy Pride Month. I think some people tend to not understand that journey because they don't consider themselves a L, a B, a G, a T, or a Q, or a plus. But that does not mean that you cannot have compassion and empathy and understanding and love for someone who is more familiar with that journey, who is a part of that tribe. Because at the end of the day, we are all one. We all have some of the same experiences, but I am very mindful of that that particular experience, because as a black woman, I know what it feels like to be discriminated against, as it relates to something that you ain't got no damn control over. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was born black. I came out the womb black. Chances of me being black before conception were very high. It is what it is. If I had it to choose, I choose this shit all over again. Don't ever get it twisted. But it comes with a particular experience that warrants having compassion, having empathy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know what it feels like to walk into a boardroom and be talked over, to be ignored, to deal with the microaggressions of being a black, and not only black, a black woman in this society. And so I equate that to being similar to being a part of the LGBTQ community, because there's so much discrimination and hate that is targeted their way because of how they were born, who they innately desire to love and are attracted to. And just because it's different from society's norm, and it's really not society's norm. Like, gay people been around since the beginning of time, yo. It's just been shunned and hidden, much like a lot of African spirituality and anything that the Matrix does not deem suitable for the mass agenda. And so we want to be mindful of how we are treating one another, our thoughts and feelings and energy toward other people's business. And understand that love is love, honey. Love is love. Now, by all means, I'm not saying go out and as a 42-year-old man and get you a 15-year-old woman. There are some biological, mental things going on there, some emotional development needs in terms of maturity that need to take place that makes that sick as hell. But in terms of man or woman or transgender or whatever, like, love is love, yo. Stay out of people's business and just be happy that folks are loving each other and ain't shooting each other and beating each other's ass. I'm always happy to see people operating in love regardless of their sex or gender. And so that's that. And that is very much a part of the message. Love is love. That's something that I've been downloading a lot, and it's just not specific to homosexuality. It's specific to social classes. You know what I'm saying? We like to shun a man if his pockets ain't where society say they should be, and then he gets with a woman who is financially stable or even abundant. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got something to say about that. That ain't none of your damn business. Did anybody ask you to kick in on the cable bill? What groceries in that household do you buy? You know what I'm saying? You got people who are Hindu and goddamn Jewish, married and happily in love. There are so many things that man has created, so many constructs to keep us separate, and I just need us to understand and focus more on the fact that love is love. Just make sure that whatever it is you got going on, whatever dynamics or differences, that it's really love. Because that's the real gag. It's a whole lot of lust around here parading as love. It's a whole lot of trauma bonding that is masquerading as love. Me being someone who has experienced true love and now know what that looks like, man, look, I'm able to see when other people's relationships are fugazi, and I'm able to see and recognize where all of my relationships prior to were fugazi. And the reason why I know that for certain, I can bet you $100, and I ain't got 100 to lose, that I ain't loved myself properly. I didn't have a proper understanding of love as an energy, as a frequency, as a connection. It was me serving my inner child the best way I knew how, looking for some belonging and security, and just trying to bond with, connect with, and build with someone on a faulty foundation, weak ass foundation, wanting to be with somebody for all the wrong reasons. You got lust, you got financial security, you got aesthetics, and want somebody to travel with and post pictures on Instagram with, and just to be able to say I got a man. For many of us who, especially us women who grew up with absentee fathers, we'll get with a man, swear up and down we love him, but he treat us like shit, and yet we stick around because we've gotten accustomed to emotionally unavailable men. That's not love, yo. That's a traumatic response to your inner child trauma. And that's why it's so important that we heal the inner child, that we cater to the inner child. As you can see, I'm on the beach. And I done danced in the water and everything. And as a child, I love to dance. That's something, a fire within me that was put out at one point. And I got out here early this morning to try to catch the sunrise. And I caught the tail end of it, and I danced in the water. Sure did. With nobody out here, but even if it was somebody out here, I was still gonna dance. So we are going to pull some cards just to tap into the energy. But I'm telling y'all, the thing to consider, the message for the day, when it's all said and done, love is love. The Spirit, Father God, Mother Earth, ancestors, and Spirit guides, we come to you in this moment to tell you thank you, and asking that you provide the best message for the highest good of the collective at this time. What message do you have for us, your loving children, sisters, brothers, at this time? You know, we've been getting a lot of messages of Christ consciousness coming in. I think that last reading, was it, that we talked about the cloak of Christ? It was either that last Soul Food Sundays. Yeah, it was O Ye of Little Faith. That Soul Food Sundays message, where Rumi reminded us that we were protected under the cloak of Christ. That means you gotta walk, talk, move in unconditional love. And when you do that, you got to think about yourself first. Make sure you're good. Make sure your cup is full. Follow my example. Y'all, on some real shit, I ain't even about to have no job but at the end of the month. As of June 30th, I won't even have a formal source of employment. Y'all, I ain't never worked. I've never not had a job. I've worked since I was 14 years old and kept several jobs. So now that that's the case, and I am following the dictates of the Most High, my ancestors and spirit guides, I've been affirmed that I'm going to be perfectly fine and provided for. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be provided for abundantly. But to the human mind that operates from poverty consciousness, I ain't got no business on no damn vacation. And I got another one planned. Like, my show does not stop because man has pulled the plug on something. Because when God closes one door, he will open another. All of this shit is divinely orchestrated. And because I love myself, and because it is priority that I keep my cup full, so that I can show up not only for me, but also show up for you all. I have a double mission. I got to make sure I'm straight, and I got to do my part in shifting the consciousness of the collective. And so I gotta really tighten up on and keep inventory of my energy. I ain't even worried about the rest. As long as my energy is right, I'ma attract everything that I need and want. I would never go a day without. I never have. And so the message that came out for us, called, check her out. Whatever she being called to do, she's being obedient and moving towards it. Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Answer your calling. I keep telling y'all, we got shit to do. Answer the calling. You know what it is. You know what God's been revealing to you in your dreams. You know where God is leading you. And if you don't know, tap in. Take time to tap in. Quit allowing yourself to be distracted by food, work, your parents, your children, all of the things we use to make excuses for not answering the call, not holding ourselves accountable, not taking responsibility for our future, and standing up being sovereign beings. We'll sit up and talk about our man problems, our woman problems, our money problems, our inner child problems, some shit that happened 22 years ago, You know what I'm saying? It will allow any and everything to distract us from answering the calling and moving forward. But it's time out for that. God saying, at the top of the deck, a new earth. That's the call to do your part and help and contribute to a new earth. We sit and complain and talk about how we want a new existence. We want to eradicate police brutality and the food shortages and all the things about the environment and our lives that we find less enjoyable or inhumane, and then we don't do the damn work. This should empower you, the idea that a new earth is unfolding for us and that there's something that we can do to help bring it forth. A new earth says it's happening. Keep holding the vision. If you haven't received the vision, you need to get in meditation. You need to be journaling. You need to be booking some readings. You need to be getting in alignment, and you need to be tapping in mostly with yourself. You don't need shit outside of you to receive the vision at all. Divinators like myself and people who are light workers who bring forth messages, be it with cards or runes or pendulums or whatever the source, we are here to assist. But in the words of Chris Brown, you got it, girl, you got it. Or you got it, boy, you got it. Like, you don't need nothing outside of you, yo. Not a crystal, not an incense, not a herb. But Gaia has provided that to you anyway, to just show you how abundant you can really be when you are in alignment with the resources provided to you by Mother Earth and the Most High. Like, this shit is amazing to me, how we have so many resources available to us. I'm out here right now. I ain't got a phone outlet to plug my phone up. I don't know where the nearest toilet is. I only got a few snacks, and when I tell you it ain't enough to fill me up for an hour and a half, like, I'm out here with the bare minimum essentials: pen, pad, cards, crystals, towel, water. And I got some tissue because I knew I was going to come out here and have a crying session. But I feel so provided for, yo. Because love is love, and God loves me. My ancestors love me. My spirit guides, they love me. My team, my light, they love me. I don't want for anything. And at the bottom of the deck, the message is cracked open. Rock bottom. Surrender to the alchemy of life. Let me tell you something. This lady is split down the middle. And when she split down the middle, she sees, you see stars. Because she's getting to her true essence. Everything that she's experiencing, everything that looked like it's for her bad, it's turning out that it's for her good. That is not happening to her, but for her. She's being cracked open, broken down to be rebuilt. Cracked open so that she can see the light deep within her that she otherwise would have never found. That treasure that she would have never found had she not been cracked open and went on the hunt for it. So we are going to close this message out with a message from a deck I rarely ever use in this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull two. I got another deck I want to pull from. But we're going to see what the romance angels talking about. I rarely ever use the romance angels on Soul Food Sundays. True love. What I tell y'all, baby? Listen. Love is love. You got a man and a woman, she reaching back to get that sugar. He holding her hand, got his arm around her, baby. I got you. And you got a cherub, a little baby angel, right over his shoulder, watching over them. Trust that your angels and spirit guides will bring you true love, will help you tap into true love, will help you heal so that you can be in alignment with true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Believe that you can have that and that it exists. I'm telling y'all, you can love somebody. I'm a witness. When you are in a healed space and understand love for self, you can properly love someone else. And y'all connect and do what it is that God has created you both to do. And at the top of the deck, we have religious factors. What I tell you, you're going to do what it is that God created you to do. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. That speaks again to that couple that religion is the reason why you're not together. Your different beliefs or your different upbringing or just where you are on your spiritual journey. If y'all got true, authentic love for one another and you know God brought you together, not that your sister, cousin, uncle, and brother-in-law Tracy and Stacy and them hooked y'all up because they thought y'all would look cute together. No, this is God bringing two together to produce 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, whatever that it looked like. Children, businesses, ministries, nations. Always consider the spiritual health and maturity of your connections. At the bottom of the deck, there is a reconciliation taking place. Someone from your past is returning to your life, and when they do, whether you decide to click-clack with them or not, get back with them or hang out with them or whatever, forgive them. Clean your heart. Detach from the hurt, the pain, the anger, and move forward with a light heart and in the spirit of forgiveness. We're going to see what's the tea, and then we're going to close out so I can enjoy some more of this sunshine in a long time. Oh, love triangle. Some of y'all, you wondering why you got to wait on a situation because it's a third party involved. Either that, or because you vibing so high, sun shining and glistening on your skin, lip gloss popping, you're gonna attract multiple lovers. That don't mean you gotta entertain them all, but you know it's cute when they remind you just how much you still got it. You don't need that outside validation. However, but whatever the case, you're going to see what the wait was all about, because it's either somebody else involved that they're needing to disconnect from, or you may very well be attracting or needing to make a choice between multiple people or things, because a third party doesn't have to necessarily be a person that that person's interested in. Hell, it could be a parent, it could be a child. Any and everything that they would place before the relationship as a priority would be a third party interference. Or it could be their job, it could be their healing. Whatever is standing in the way, in the middle, it's a third party. At the top of the deck, we have photo proof, getting evidence. I told you, they watching you. They taking notes. They got fake Instagram accounts and all of that. Watching you, watching how you move, watching you lead by example. They're getting proof that true love does exist, that it can exist, that it's out there and it's obtainable, that it's within reach. What I say? Bottom of the motherfucking deck, fake account. I can't make this up. Fake social media accounts to spy, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Listen, stop playing these reindeer games. Somebody out there bullshit. Somebody owe somebody an apology. And until they get the courage to bring forth that apology and be honest about this third party situation they stalking from social media, and they're allowing their fears to stand in the way of this connection. But love is love. If it's true love, don't be dumb enough to allow something other than or less than to come in between true love. How many times you think you're gonna get that, baby? You're not picking up true love on aisle 9, third shelf. It's not that easy to come by. So with that being said, y'all, I pray that you have an awesome awesome day, an awesome week, that this message found you well, and if it did not find you well, I pray that it leaves you well.